Yamaha is going to be bringing an electric version of the Aerox, and yeah, I don't see that product working out too well because the Aerox is actually a pretty expensive scooter considering that it's a different type of scooter. I mean, I think the ex showroom of the Aerox is what 1.6 lakhs or something. So the electric version, I'm assuming it's gonna be more expensive, and I don't know, maybe it might even go up to 2 lakhs ex showroom, and that's a lot of money for someone to spend on a EV scooter. I mean, 2 lakhs ex showroom, or even if the price is lower, let's say it's priced in a way that you can actually buy it on road for 2 lakhs. 2 lakhs for an electric scooter, well, yeah, I don't see there being a huge market for this. And unless there's some incredible range figures that this thing can give a real world range of actual usable range of 200 kilometers or something, in that case, fine. At least you're getting that much range for it. So it somewhat justifies the price, even though it doesn't really. But I'm not so sure that that's gonna be the case. And yeah, this makes me wonder what's the point of this product? I mean, honestly, Yamaha should just focus on making an electric motorcycle because at least with the electric motorcycles, really powerful and all that stuff, it may somewhat justify the price. If you're making an expensive EV two wheeler, it's probably better to go with the bike rather than a scooter because the scooter, it's the main focus of it is a utility aspect. That's what most people buy scooters for. And even the Aerox format in itself as a scooter, I never really understood the appeal of it. I mean, the utility is really compromised, considering that there is no real floor where you can put stuff or sit your feet at. I mean, it's kind of like a bike and a scooter mix. That's how I felt about this type of scooter. I never understood the purpose of it. I mean, sure, there's probably some niche people, a small group that would want it, but as a mainstream product, yeah, I don't think this was it. An electric version of this, with the price and all that stuff, it's not gonna work. Not enough people are gonna buy it for this to be a huge product, unless they do give a huge amount of range or bring the price down, which I don't think is gonna happen either. I mean, the range, I guess it is possible, but you gotta wait and see. But yeah, this is not looking great. And then there's the other scooter, which Yamaha is partnering with River to make, and I don't know the specifics of it, but I think it's gonna be a River Indy that's turned into a Yamaha. That's what it seems like. I forgot the name. It was a bunch of letters or something. But even that scooter, it is a bit expensive, and with the Yamaha branding, it's gonna be more expensive, and it's probably gonna be similar to the electric version of the Aerox. But at least that vehicle will have a floor that you can use, so that's something, I guess. But still, pricing, it is a big deal, and especially for scooters, as a utility product, people really do care about the price. You need to make it cheaper. And I honestly only seen one scooter to me that feels appealing for the price, and that's the TVS Orbiter, which I think you can get on road for 1.15 lakhs, and you can, I think you might be able to get a real world range of over 100 kilometers, and that seems like a good price. I mean, and if you're gonna charge another 50,000 more for it, you should at least give 200 kilometers of range. And sure, I guess the technology isn't there yet that you can do it properly without heating issues and space compromise and all that stuff. But when you're charging that much money, people want results for it. And these scooters, they're just not it. I don't see this scooters become the revolutionary EV scooter that everyone's gonna wanna buy. So, and they should just focus on bikes. And yeah, it is what it is. And that's, well, EV scooters, it's really starting to I'm really starting to get tired of hoping for it. The Orbiter is one, but I haven't seen any other competition that's as compelling. But hopefully, they do start a trend, and maybe some new scooters do show up at a competitive price. But the Orbiter does need to do well, and I think it will do well. I mean, a lot of people are buying EVs that are expensive and don't have much range, so I think the Orbiter will do well. And if that thing becomes mainstream and becomes the EV scooter, the one of the default options when people are thinking about scooters, this could push a trend towards more affordable scooters with bigger range that's being offered by manufacturers, because they all eventually need to move into the EV space. And it's probably better to make products that people actually want right now, rather than just improving on it over time and not getting much sales and burning all that money. So yeah, the Yamaha, well, it's not it. They still need to work on it. But then again, Yamaha, I'm not gonna get into that now. So yeah, that's what I think about the electric versus the Aerox that will be coming out. So